Hey, 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 beautiful brown girl family. Welcome to another episode of Brown
What
Versation.
up? What up? What up? What up?
I love your unicorn ears. You look so cute.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm one of one, the only one. Where I get that
Okay.
from?
Beyonce. Honey, I know my Renaissance, honey. Okay, I know my Renaissance. So, hey there, Sandra. I see you
Everybody.
over on YouTube hanging out with us. Thank you for stopping in. You'll definitely have to come back and catch the replay, honey, because we got a whole lot of stuff we are talking about tonight, ma'am.
Hey,
Okay,
you gotta
so make sure
stay.
that you come back and hang out. Hey Kay, we see you getting in here. All right, y'all. So y'all coming in hot and fast. So make sure as you are coming in that you introduce yourself in the comments, that you let us know where you are watching from. Also, let us know if this is your very first time hanging out with us on Brown Versations. We love to celebrate our first timers and just really welcome you into the beautiful Brown Girls family. So definitely keep it coming. Again, let us know where you're watching from. If this is your very first time, y'all, and go ahead and tag a few friends so that they can come and join us. We have a really robust show today.
We
And we got
do.
a lot of important stuff to talk about. So
We
we want to
do.
make sure that we have as many voices in here as possible. So if you will pause right now, share the broadcast on your page so that people know what you are watching, and tell your friends to get in here and hang out with us. All right, I see Deidre is here from Orlando, Florida. First timer in the watch your mouth. So excited to have you. We also have St. Louis in the house, OG reporting. I don't know who you are. It just says Facebook user, but clearly you're always with us. So welcome. Excited to have you here. We have Tianda is here from Indianapolis, OG to the Brown Versation space. We have Sandra
Welcome.
is joining us all the way from Mexico. Yes,
Ow.
Mexico representing. Excited. We have Moan or Moan. Not sure.
Yes,
This
thank you.
is her first time watching from Huntersville, North Carolina.
Oh, I used to live in Huntersville. Ooh, I'm loud. Let me bring
I'm
it down
glad.
just a little bit. I used to live in Huntersville. What's going
Did you?
on?
What are the odds?
I did.
That is dope. We also have I do not want to butcher your name. If you will spell
Zamunda.
it for me phonetically in the comments, but right now we're going to call you Miss Zamunda. Watching from New York, born in Chicago. Super excited to have you, Moan. All right, got you.
Man, that's
Thank you, Boo,
beautiful.
for that. We also have Andrea that is here from South Florida, OG, representing. Okay, pronounced Coco. See, y'all be helping us. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Because we like to honor names here. So thank you, Coco,
Absolutely.
is joining us from New York. We have Aisha that is here. Definitely an OG. You can see Aisha on the show sometimes. She is our guest host or fill-in host. I guess I can't even call her a guest. She is a Conversations host.
Family.
She stands in the gap if either one of us are out of here. Maisha is here, first time here from Los Angeles. All right, y'all. So welcome. If you have not done so already, go ahead and introduce yourselves in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Also, let us know if this is your very first time. Let us know. Oh, tag some of your friends. Tell them, come hang
Yeah,
out with us. Okay. And we want to get you all used to interacting with us. All right. Yeah. So we're going to give you some instructions in just a moment. But before we do that, you're probably like, we have quite a few first timers here. You're like, what are we watching, girl? Well, let me tell you. Okay.
Tell
so
them, girl.
Welcome to Brown Versations. This is our virtual platform where we talk about all things Brown Girl related. We are here to connect you to other like-minded women and give you a platform to share your voice in the Brown Versations that matter to us and those we care about. We invite you to connect with beautiful brown girls and connect with us individually as we take this journey through life. My name is Kimberland, and I am an educational advocate and consultant. I'm also a life coach, and I'm a professional frolicker, y'all. If you want to know what that means, you'll have to meet me over on the IG space, honey, to come and learn about it. But tonight, I am one of your hosts here on Brown Versations.
Well, too am one of your co-hosts. My name is Sab Jackson, and I come to you from Dallas, Texas, by way of Huntersville, North Carolina. No, I was kidding. No, I did actually used to live in Charlotte. And let's see, I'm in the healthcare marketing space. I am a podcaster. I'm a forever student. I am sister to Barbara, daughter to Barbara, sister to Marita, sister to Tawana, and Dreamer. And I'm really, really excited that you ladies and or gentlemen, you guys are here with us tonight. So welcome. A lot of energy. I know
we
you guys
do.
will learn. I don't know. This is dope for me. I ain't even started drinking my wine like that yet, y'all. I don't know.
That's all right. You're excited for the show because we got a lot that's going on. So we need the energy, okay? We are here for the energy,
Absolutely.
okay? All right. Moanne says she's sending you love from Huntersville, Sab, so hopefully you can feel that over there all the way in Dallas, Texas. All right. So we want to be sure that you all know what Beautiful Brown Girls is about. We like to remind you every time because it's really important to us that you understand what we stand for. So Beautiful Brown Girls is a space where we stand for sisterhood, support, and self-care. We are here to create authentic friendships, swap stories, experiences, ideas, y'all, and just really help each other to live our very best lives, both locally and globally. So if this is something where you're thinking to yourself, I liked it, then we want to invite you to interact with us. Okay, so if you are loving the content, we already asked you to go ahead and share on your page. We see a couple folks have given us some stars, some likes. So we want you to give us some emojis, right? So what this does is it helps tell the algorithm we popping over here at Beautiful Brown Girls, okay? And that's what we need the algorithm to know, all right? So if you if you'll go ahead and drop some hearts or drop some likes in the comments, some laughing emojis, what have you, as we're here tonight. If you are enjoying the content as we're sharing the stories, go ahead again and feel free to share those emojis. Also, if you're feeling led, we absolutely are capable of receiving stars. Stars only cost 1 cent, and it is your way of giving us a love offering that helps us to keep this amazing content coming forth to you all every other week. So I see y'all. I see you all there giving us those emojis. So keep those coming.
Thank you.
As we are here. Okay. So on that note.
Yes, on that same track, if you're feeling this energy and if you're feeling everything that we are right now, we'd love to have the opportunity to bring you on from the comments. So you see the fun that we're having here right now, we would love to have you on. So what I'm saying is we'd love to pull you from the comments. So if you are interested, we do this every show. We ask you ladies and gentlemen, every show, if you are interested in coming on and hanging out with us and seeing what we do behind the scenes. We've had a few of our family members, community members come on from here and to participate in the conversation. So if you are interested in coming on, please type "bring me on" in the comments. We would love the opportunity to have you on and you can participate and come play some games with us and really see how much fun work we do behind the scenes. So please, if you're watching the replay, you can, if you're watching the replay, you can email us at beautifulbrowngirls@gmail.com, like beautifulbrowngirls@gmail.com. And again, if you're here watching live, just type in "bring me on" and someone will reach out to you, if not already.
Awesome sauce. So we have some announcements, y'all, and it's really important that you attune yourself to these announcements, okay? Because it's some important information, supremely importante, okay? So we want to make sure that you are attuning your ear, okay? So the first thing, we already talked about what our mission is here at Beautiful Brown Girls and what we stand for. So we are in the middle of a evolution, if you will.
Growth.
We are,
growth.
Yes, growth, expansion, right? Those words that are really just captivating, that we're here for more support, richer community, greater conversations, greater connections. We are really looking to figure out how we can best serve you all and to make sure that we are appealing to all of the things that matter to you, right? So
Mhm.
we've got some things that are happening over in our members network. Now, I don't know if you all are familiar with the members network, but our members network is a space where you are able to connect with beautiful brown girls on a deeper level. You are able to have group chats by the city that you're in. There
Mhm.
is an exclusive members near you section. So you can literally pop in and say, where are the beautiful brown girls? How can I find them? And you can search for that. You also have the ability to submit events to share with the community. So sometimes you all have things that you are doing in your entrepreneurial journeys or things that you know about that you want to share with the community. So you're able to submit those events there. You're also able to receive discounts and perks, including $10 off of our BBG events and book club and Hey Beautiful and sister circles and all we fitness classes. We've had wine tastings. We've had flower decorating.
Oh my
Y'all,
God, flower ones.
Sab loves that one. That's her favorite. Okay. So we are enhancing our members network, right? So it's really important that you get connected, and it's even more important that you get connected tonight. Sab, you want to tell the people why?
Because what do I want to tell y'all? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding.
Okay,
So
tell the people.
tonight. So what, the $25 membership lock-in. So did we mention that? So due to the rising costs of just everything, we are actually going on. What's the word? Why is my mind not able to say this? Our prices are increasing just a tinge, and this ends tonight. So there's like a 25. What's the $25 for? It ends tonight.
The $25, Sab, is if they use the link to lock in because they are watching Brownversations here tonight.
Yes, so $25 annually, not monthly. So it's an annual pricing. So it's our membership fee. So if you go on that link or take a screenshot of it and then go to that link, and then the discount ends tonight, or the promotion, excuse me, ends tonight for $25 annually. The reason why we are mentioning that is because everything that Kimberland just mentioned, all of the buildup that she just mentioned, the membership, the community pricing will be increasing just a tinge. And we're excited. We're excited because that speaks to the growth, the expansion that Kimberland just mentioned, and how much we're wanting to grow, and all of the things that we're wanting to bring. We're wanting to bring you bigger and better things, more things, right? And in order to do that, we have to pour into scale. That's the word that I want to use. We have to scale, and this will allow us to scale. So just due to the rising costs to produce events both in real life and virtually, some of our pricing will be going up. So the increasing membership went from, where was it before? It was $25,
$24.99,
$25 annually, and it will be increasing annually. So that's what, annually to $49.99 annually. So that's literally what, $2 a month or something like that. And that is actually starting on November 7th. And so if you're watching tonight, again, you have until midnight. I don't know if it's Central Standard Time or until
midnight
Eastern time to pay that $25 annually, and all of those amazing benefits that Kimberland just talked about, you will be able to benefit from. And then additionally, starting December 1st for non-member fees for in-person events, that will increase to $10. Before it was free $99, right?
No, it was $5.
No, I thought
it was $5.
Free. Okay.
So let's recap, y'all. So our membership cost is going up to $49.99 annually from $25, and that started today. But because you all are watching Brownversations, we have a special link for you all that I just put into the comments, as well as you can see it there on the screen, that if you use that link before tonight, midnight, Eastern time, you can lock in that $25 annual membership fee, okay? And you will get grandfathered into the $25 as opposed to the $50 that is going up to, all right? Still, just like Sab said, $59.99 is still a deal. it's still a deal, right? For you to spend about $4 a month to be able to get this level of connection. But we love a good sale, right? So y'all need to go head on. If you have not had a chance to join the members network yet, now is your time to lock that in, lock it in tonight. As Aisha said, it's such a great place. It is all worth it. It is really time for you to lock in that price. Tamika says she locked in last week. Okay. So we just wanted to make sure that you all know that. Again, the link is in the comments. We'll remind you at the end of the show with the link in the comments, but $25, lock it in tonight because it is going up. Yes, Tamika, Black Friday is coming early, sis. So y'all better jump on it,
sure
okay?
Is. Annually.
Annual fee. All right. So moving past that, we have a few
announcements. Real quick. I just wanted to mention that this is the first time that we've ever increased prices in the entire.
In how long?
12 years.
Thank you.
12. I don't know what else today's going to. How much is? How do you say 12 in Spanish, Kimberland?
Don't say. I'm like, what are you doing?
So yeah, that's the first time that we have ever risen prices like that. So it just speaks to just the growth in the community and how committed you women, you ladies have been to the community. So just know that again, this is the first time the prices have ever raised the entire time that this community has been a community. So that's something to really be proud of.
It is. It is. So spread the word. Again, lock that in. Okay. So to some of the things that we do in our members network, for instance, Sister Circles and Hey Beautiful are two of the things that I mentioned. And we are actually having our second annual Friendsgiving, virtual Friendsgiving on Sunday, November 13th. It starts at 11 Pacific and 2 Eastern. And that's where we're going to bring together all of the ladies from across the country, as well as internationally. And we're going to have a great time really celebrating Friendsgiving and spending some time thinking about the things that we're grateful for and even leaving with some practical tips that we can employ. So you want to go ahead and mark your calendars for Sunday, November 13th. Once you register, you can do that at on our Facebook page at Beautiful Brown Girls, or even if you go to beautifulbrowngirls.com. Once you register, you'll receive the Zoom link to be able to join us. It's going to be a blast. Sab and I are going to be there. Aisha's going to be there. Danewa is going to be there. Dahlia is going to be there. We're going to have an amazing time, y'all. So definitely want to go ahead and mark your calendars now for that. That is coming up this upcoming Sunday on November 13th. Okay.
I am excited for that.
Now, also, y'all, tomorrow is election day. Okay. And it is really, really, really important that we remember that. If you have already voted, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Just type I voted, okay, in the comments, because it's really important that we remember that tomorrow's election day. Here at Beautiful Brown Girls, voting and civic duty is very important to us. It's something that we really take pride in. And we want to make sure that we are educating our community and making sure that we are doing our due diligence as we cast our ballots. All right. So I see y'all coming in. I voted early. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you all. So we have a couple reminders that we want to give. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We got some voters here in the comments. Yes. So early voting has ended. Okay. And now we are into the Super Bowl. Okay, it is election day that is happening tomorrow. So we have some reminders for you. First, we want to remind you that on election day, you have to vote at your assigned polling place. You cannot go to any location like you would have been able to do if you had early voting in your state. So it's really important that you find where your election place is. You can find that information on your actual voter registration card or on your election supervisor's website. That's the place that's going to have the latest updates, okay? So remember to vote at your assigned polling place. If you have a mail-in ballot, it must at this point be taken to your polling location. You cannot mail the mail-in ballot and have it count if you still have it in your hand. Time has passed for that, okay? So if you still have your mail-in ballot, you can still take it to the polling location. Please do not put it in the mail because we need it to count. Also, make sure that you prepare to stand in line, because that is the thing on election day, okay? So even if you have your mail-in ballot, or if you're just going to cast your vote and you don't have your mail-in ballot, that's totally fine. Just be prepared to stand in line. Make sure that you pack your patience. Okay, we want to ensure that if you are in line, you stay in line, that you give yourself an opportunity to cast that vote. Also, you might want to pack some water. You might want to pack some snacks. You don't know how long it is going to take. And unfortunately, in some cities, there are laws against people handing out water and snacks. So make sure that you have your own. Lastly, be sure that you vote down the ballot, okay? Especially for local offices like judges, for amendments, for school board, county commissioners, city, what are them people called? City, I forgot,
Council?
it just left my brain. City council, thank you. I'm like, what was the word? City council representatives, right? Our state House and Senate representatives, right? This is the time that you really, really want to be intentional with voting down the ballot, because this is the time that all types of things get passed that slip under our noses because we aren't being intentional with our votes. So you want to make sure that you voted down the ballot. And if you are wondering how you should vote, then look at organizations that align with your beliefs and look at who they recommended to vote for. Okay. So again, election day is tomorrow. I believe polls open at 7 a.m. in most locations. Polls close at 7 p.m., whatever your local time is in most locations. So you want to make sure that you have a plan for that. Shout out again to all of you all that have already cast your vote. You don't even have to worry about it. Okay. But really make sure that you are being intentional with your votes tomorrow. All right. Whew, man, we got a lot of announcements, y'all. We got a couple more announcements, and this one is one of our favorite announcements to have. It is time for the happy birthday.
November 21st.
Let's go ahead and shout out our November birthdays in the comments. If you have a birthday in November, go ahead and shout yourself out. I know a couple folks that have some birthdays in November.
November 21st. Scorpio season. Ow.
So shout out to Sabrina. She has a birthday on November 21st. Okay, coming up in exactly 2 weeks. That's actually going to be our last show of the year. We'll see if Sabrina's going to be here, because she might be busy dropping it like it's hot. We don't know, right? It's time for the birthday turn up. Yeah. Sabrina is in the house November 27th. Happy birthday to you. Elise, November 1st, and went to Vegas. Sis, what did you do, honey, in the Vegas? Well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You can't tell us. But hopefully you had an amazing time. And Coco just had a birthday October 28th. So shout out to you as well. Just celebrated your birthday as well. Y'all, we also have another really, really important birthday that we wanted to announce. And I'm not sure if you all actually are familiar with this woman, but we're going to introduce you to her. So happy birthday to our chief brown girl, Christina. Happy birthday, Christina.
It's
today. It is actually today. So shout out to Christina. Happy birthday to you. Okay. In all of our November birthdays, we just really want to honor you and just love on you for a little bit, right? We wish that we could play a song or something, but they'll cut us off of Facebook. So you gotta take the acapella, twerk session. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. The acapella, because we don't want to get cut off. We got too much stuff to talk about. But happy birthday again to Christina, our chief brown girl. She has poured in 12 years of love to this mission of beautiful brown girl. She is why we are sitting here, why we exist. She is the one who had the space to even create this type of community for us. So again, happy birthday to Christina and all of our November birthdays.
Another year around the sun.
Yeah. So happy birthday to you all. All right. So those are all our announcements for today. We do have a couple updates that we want to share. As you all know, we report the news, right? So we're here to talk about the things that are happening. And sometimes we get updates about things that we already reported. So we want to be responsible and come back and let you know what is happening and what the latest information is that we have. All right. So we do have a couple updates for you today. The first update is that last show, we talked about the rising costs, right? The rising costs of food. We had a whole graph talking about eggs and bacon and orange juice and how things have risen by hundreds of percent, right, over the past couple years with our food costs. But we just got intel, y'all, that one thing
Intel
actually not risen. And the thing that has not risen, y'all, are avocados. Avocados, but also known as aguacate.
Aguacate.
Aguacate or avocados, they actually are going down in cost, right? Okay. They are getting less expensive. There is actually a surplus of avocados right now. And we wanted to make sure we let you all know about this because there are so many things that you can do with avocados.
I was just going to say educate us because I'm like, what else can I do with some avocados outside of guacamole?
So that's all I know. So much. So here on the screen, we have guacamole. Yes, we all know about that. But you can also have avocados in your salad. You can make avocado fries. You can bread them. You can use avocados as a taco topping. You can have avocados in your smoothies. This morning, I actually had a banana and avocado smoothie. You can do avocado toast. So you can spread it on a piece of toast. And some people adorn that with some olive oil and a little bit of seasoning and maybe some tomatoes and such. You can use avocado as a mayo replacement. So if you're someone that doesn't like mayo or you're trying to cut the fat, you can use it as a mayo replacement. You can use it as a sour cream replacement, even a butter replacement when you are cooking or baking. We can also use it as
baby food,
right? We can use it for face and hair masks. Yes. Okay. You can use it in, again, your different salads, such as a chicken salad. Kay says she just wants a slice. Okay. She just sliced and seasoned. All right. So some people eat it that way as well. So we said all that to say avocados are out here winning right now. Okay. And they are here for us. So if you have not, I forgot about the avocado ice cream, Deidre. You right, sis. So there are so many things. Literally, if you Google avocado recipes, you will come up with a slew of things that you can do. So if you are looking for something that is inexpensive, but still has a lot of health benefits, avocado is a really great fat. And it also, Deidre, thank you, Deidre. It also enhances your good cholesterol, right? Many of us, unfortunately, as Black Americans, we have cholesterol issues sometimes. So avocado is something that can counteract that, and it can help to boost our good cholesterol. So get into these avocados, y'all. Okay, they are on sale, honey. They are out here winning and striving and just waiting on you to pick them up at the grocery store. They just wait.
All right. So on that same track of things going down, because everything seems to be going up and up and up, there's still things going down. This next one, I'm really super stoked to tell you about. This one is going down. So at the moment where everything seems like everything is going higher and higher and higher and more expensive, there's at least another thing that is going down. There's at least one travel convenience that will cost air travelers less. And that is TSA announced recently that the PreCheck service that is aimed at expediting airport security screening for members will now cost less for enrollment and in-person renewal. I mean, okay.
I felt like we needed air horns for that because that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. So the fees went from $85 to $78. And so the cost to renew membership online will still remain at $70. But that is pretty darn dope because I do have TSA PreCheck. I don't have global entry, which Kimberland is employing me to go ahead and get. But I think that is pretty dope. Like, we hear about things with travel and going up all the time. So to hear that, we don't know why. Let's not question why. But let's just
just receive the blessing. Okay, receive it.
So I'm pretty excited about that. But I do know it'll come time. Yeah. So just know that TSA PreCheck is going down, not global entry, but TSA PreCheck. I love TSA PreCheck. I like being able to not take off my shoes and not have to go through the cancer machine. I call it the cancer machine because I don't like going through that thing and knowing that my body is being filmed. I don't like going through that thing. So I call it the cancer machine. But you don't have to go through that. You don't have to take off your shoes. And TSA PreCheck is pretty cool. So
you don't have to take out your electronics. You also, TSA PreCheck lasts for 5 years, y'all. Yeah. So when we're talking about paying, this nominal fee of just about $80, $78, that is what's 80 divided by 5? Oh, carry the 1 times 2.
What are we calculating?
Plus 7. What's 80 divided by 5? Hold on. $16 a year that you are paying to skip the line of having to wait forever and ever to get through security. All right. So to the other point that Sab mentioned was this concept of global entry. So let me just tell you real quick what global entry is for those of you who don't know. So global entry, Irma says she's got it. She said, I got it in my global entry. Global entry actually costs $100 and it includes your TSA PreCheck. What global entry allows you to do is if you leave the country, you are able to expedite your return through customs. So if you've ever left the country and have flown internationally, you know that customs can be a bear. There was one time that I was coming back from Mexico. I flew into Chicago and the line for customs was 3 hours long. 3 hours long, right? That day, I actually didn't have to wait because I kind of got to skip the line a little bit, but I still had to wait an hour. But I said to myself that day, what I'm not going to ever do is wait no 3-hour customs line. Y'all know how long it took me to come back into the U.S. last time that I had to come back because I had my global entry, honey?
3 hours? No, not 3 hours. Let me guess. An hour?
2 minutes.
Say what now?
2. The number after 1, 2. 2 minutes. Literally walked up to the kiosk, took my picture. They were like, Kimberland. I'm like, yes. They said, you have your passport. I didn't even have to open it. I was like, yes. They were like, bye, girl. Have a good day.
Maybe I'm just spoiled. Here in Dallas, it's an international airport. It don't take us that long.
You never know. You never know how many planes are going to land on that particular day. How many planes were delayed on that particular. I'm not taking no chances. Okay. Right. So anyway, y'all need to go ahead on and get your global entry. Get your TSA PreCheck. Know that it is cheaper. And to Tamika's point, there's also an app called the Mobile Passport app, which also allows you to skip some of the people. You're not going to be too many people, not all, but it's going to let you skip some of the people. Okay. So anyway, we wanted to update you on that in the event that you will be traveling this in the next 5 years. This is something that you really need to have. It's TSA PreCheck and it is cheaper for you. All right. So having said that, before we move on to our topics for today, we did want to take a moment to acknowledge a loss that was felt by the current hip hop community just over this past week. So not sure if you all are familiar with the group the Migos, but they are the ones who made the ad libs very popular in rap. So they're like, skirt, take it on, like all the things, right? And they have been on the scene for quite a while, actually since 2011. So it's been over 10 years that Migos has been on the scene. But unfortunately, we tragically lost one of the members of the Migos over the course of the past couple weeks.
A week or so.
Was it a week? Okay.
Yeah.
So Takeoff, who is the gentleman that is pictured here to the left, his real name is Kersnick Kari Ball, and Takeoff unfortunately was murdered last week in Houston while he was out with his nephew Quavo, and Quavo is the gentleman who is pictured in the middle of this particular picture here. So their police are still looking for the gunman. Takeoff was only 28 years old, and he was described as the most chill member of the Migos. And there have been many tributes across the internet, as Migos really have played a big role in today's hip hop culture. And Takeoff is going to be missed by many people. So we did not want to be remiss in not mentioning this tragic death. Again, he was only 28, and his life was taken way too soon. So we wanted to take a moment to honor Takeoff and acknowledge that some folks are hurting based on what happened.
Can our Black men live?
Grow old, right?
Grow old. Can our Black men grow old? Like Young Dolph, Pop Smoke, P&B Rock. Like, it's just allow our Black men to grow old.
Yeah.
Like, and from what I hear, he's seen this gentleman, Takeoff, seemed like a really, like a lot of people liked him. Like, he just seemed like the real, he was the seemingly brains, probably the oldest of the group, and probably the brains of the group, because he was the one that gave all the dope raps. I sound like an old person saying that, the dope raps. But no, in all seriousness, like obviously a lot of people are mourning him, and everyone are giving their and wishing his family peace and tranquility and condolences, but nothing but great things about this young man.
Yeah. People had a lot of good things to say. So we definitely want to keep him and his keep his family in our thoughts and prayers. Also, Quavo was with him when this happened. So I can't imagine what that feels like for him to have been there when his uncle passed. I'll just say that. So yeah. So all right. We have some new releases that we want to get into. And as always, we need y'all's participation about what this will look like, whether you are going to pass or play on these particular movies and things that we have going. All right.
Ponde Not Replay. So Rihanna has a new music out. And I have been waiting for this. If you've been watching this show, you know I have been talking about we ain't gonna never get any new music from Rihanna when we were talking about her going to performing at the Super Bowl. We were just thinking, okay, she's performing at the Super Bowl. Maybe she has some new music. And here we go. So Rihanna just recently released a song for the Black Panther soundtrack called Lift Me Up. It's her first solo drop in about 6 years. And while it's not the dance track that many fans have expected from Riri, harmonizing over her slow beats, she was just, this one is kind of like but it is a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, who died back in 2020. And the tune will be featured on the upcoming Marvel sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And what's more, it was written as a tribute to the late Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman. Speaking of which, Black Panther comes out this Friday, I believe. Yep. Make sure you get your tickets. I got my tickets. Me and my girlfriend.
I got mine too.
Ready to go. And yeah, Black Panther comes out this Friday. Did you hear the tune? Anybody?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I was very much here for it. I love Rihanna. It was a beautiful, beautiful tribute, and I'm really looking forward to the movie. So yeah, movie comes out on Friday. I will be there, ready with bells on. Okay, y'all, make sure you get your tickets. please do not show up to the theater thinking you're just gonna walk in and just watch the movie. Okay, like people have been waiting for this for years, so make sure that you go online and get your tickets early, or go to the theater and get your tickets early. But I am so ready for Friday. Absolutely.
Homecoming. That's what they call it. Homecoming.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to wear white? I ain't wearing no white, but that's where they say, that's what they say, because, you know, they're paying tribute to Chadwick. But I don't know what I'm gonna wear yet. Remember a couple years ago, everybody went with their, what is that thing called, the wrap around the head? The wrap around the head, y'all.
A head wrap?
Yes. But it was called something else. But you know, everybody I went to the African store, and I went and got my material for my I was going all out, and I put the paint on my makeup on my face, and I had the African earrings. Like we went all out. It's not just me. Quit looking at me like that. Like I'm like the only one that dressed up. We all dressed up.
No, you were not the only one that dressed up. And to your point of what we're wearing, so it's either white or it's regal colors.
Okay.
Is the attire for
Thank you.
Black Panther. And yeah, I can't wait to see all those pictures. Those are going to be so dope. This has been a long time coming. All right. So when we have our next show, we probably gonna talk about it. So you better see it by then, because I'm telling you now, we gonna talk about it. Okay. Because usually we be like, oh, we gonna wait. Go see it. Don't make us have to not be able to talk about it. Okay. Go and see it so that we can talk about it together. So some other things that are coming out, Disney actually has this animation studio where they make short films, and it's called Short Circuit Experimental Films. And they've actually had 2 seasons of this short film compilation, if you will. And we just learned about a new film that they have come out with, and it is called Reflect. And the reason Reflect is such a big deal is because Reflect is the first Disney feature that features a plus-size female lead. Ooh. Y'all gotta know I'm here for this, okay? As someone who is plus size, as someone who is a dancer, like I am so here for this. So Reflect, the short movie, is available to watch on Disney Plus, and it marks the first project by Disney to star a plus-size female character. The heartwarming tale opens with a young ballet dancer practicing her position in a studio. Then her teacher comes, or her dance instructor comes over. It's very clear that she loves dancing, but her teacher approaches and her expression changes. Her teacher orders her to get in line with the rest of the class by sucking in her tummy and elongating her neck. As she is forced to look at herself in the mirror, she soon finds appreciation for her body and the things that she has to offer. And then she shines like never before. I watched this today. It was probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. It wasn't long at all, but it was a really, really cute framework for what it looks like to have a plus size heroine, right? We are really big on representation. And this is something that has really allowed girls who are plus size to see themselves in a movie, because in a Disney movie at that, because that hasn't been a thing. And then to Andrea's point, look at the boys that are there who are also dancing. Right? So the boys are also there. And of course, they're not the stars of the show, but they are represented. So shout out to our little boys who also want to be dancers, because this is normalizing that for them. So and to Aisha's point, I know exactly the dancer that you're talking about. And sis, she is bad. Like I watch her all the time, and it is based off of her story. So
plus size ballet.
She's a plus size ballet dancer. So yeah, this is kind of loosely based off of her story. So pass or play. Y'all watching this or not?
Oh, definitely play. Definitely play for me.
Love it. It's definitely a definite play for me as well. Because I already did. I already did. So I see a couple folks are passing. Y'all, it's literally 4 minutes. It is not. If you have 4 minutes to spare, it's really cute to check out. But yeah, this is something new that has also come across our desk. Oh, okay. So y'all have to let us know what you think about that once you have a chance to watch it.
All right, next, New Black and on Netflix. All right, so every month Netflix comes out with this slate of movies that they're going to be re-releasing or new movies that are coming to their platform. I know we talked about Netflix last episode, and we had some feelings about Netflix, but I'm still with you, Netflix, for now. So New and Black on Netflix. So I'm just going to mention some of the ones that I am looking forward to, and Kimberland, I want to hear some of the ones that you're looking forward to. So Key and Peele. Keegan Michael, is it Keegan? Keegan Michael Key, too long of a name, and Jordan Peele star in. So seasons 1, 2, and 3 are coming to Netflix, and this is the 30-minute sketch comedy series, which typically is far-reaching, but they're cringingly accurate on Netflix. I have so many references when I'm talking about movies and I reference Key and Peele. Like, I like how the Aaron, I immediately know who he's talking about when he's talking about Aaron Rodgers. He's like, Aaron. It's just funny to me. And the airport skit, it's funny to me. But yes, Key and Peele, if you want to laugh, and we need a lot of levity now, I would definitely recommend that you go watch Key and Peele seasons 1, 2, and 3, and I will be tuning in to that. Next is what are some one-liners from this movie, Training Day? Like, what are some one-liners?
King Kong ain't got nothing on me. That's all I know. I think that's from that one.
Okay, I think that is one. But yes, Training Day is coming to Netflix. Awesome. So we all know this one, but I'll go ahead and give the synopsis anyhow. Veteran officer Alonzo, aka Denzel Washington, who escorts rookie Jake Hoyt, aka Ethan Hawke, or played by Ethan Hawke, on his first day with LAPD's tough inner city narcotics unit. Play for me. King Kong. I can't think of anything else. I mean, everything else probably has a lot of curse words in it, but yeah, I'll definitely be tuning into this one. So let us know in the comments if you're going to pass or play on this one. There's another character that I wanted to mention in Training Day. His name is Cliff Curtis. His name is Smiley. He's the Latino character in the movie. And what I wanted to mention about him is he has played every ethnicity in Hollywood. He's played a black man. It wasn't blackface, but he played a black man. He played an Arab. He played a Latino. He played an Indian, and he's actually a New Zealander. I don't even know what ethnicity that's considered, but the fact that this man has played all of these characters, just remember when you watch Training Day, the gangster Smiley, and just remember that he's played a lot of characters. But yes, those are my two: Training Day, Key and Peele. Kimberland, go.
So I'm going to hit you with a Tyler Perry joint. We sometimes give Tyler Perry a lot of flack for the things that he has created. This is actually one of my favorite Tyler Perry movies. It's called Temptation. Let me know if you've seen it in the comments and or if you are willing to pass or play. It's about an ambitious married woman's temptation by a handsome billionaire that leads to betrayal, recklessness, and forever alters the course of her life. It stars Journey Smollett, Lance Gross, Robbie Jones, and singer and actor Brandy. So this is one of my absolute favorites. It is. I appreciate the way that the story was told. I feel like it is a very real. I actually can personally relate to the story because I have a family member that is this lady, like in real life. So I can really relate to it, and it feels very real. So if you're looking for something to watch that is more of a drama with real life implications, this might be one that you want to check out. So again, it's called Temptations, and it is streaming now on Netflix. My other choice is Trevor Noah's new comedy special. It is called I Wish You Would. It is coming out on November 22nd. I am a Trevor Noah fan. 4 days. Like I literally, Trevor Noah is one of the things that I put on just when I'm like the TV is on in the background. And I'm so glad that he's done another comedy special because my boy is funny as heck. Okay. So super excited about this coming out. Again, it comes out on November 22nd. And I just know it's gonna be all the laughs. All right. So if you love Trevor Noah, if you love laughing, definitely tune in to that.
This one is November 22nd.
November 22nd. Yep.
Definitely play for me.
So same. love Trevor Noah and everything that he stands for. All right, so our top news topics for today. Again, as I told you, we've got some really important things to talk about. And the first of which that we wanted to tackle is something that came across our understanding about a shortage in Black sperm donors. I don't know if we have any men who are watching, but if you have men in your life, this might be something worth sharing if they are willing to embark on this journey. So as you all know, the journey to parenthood is oftentimes one that can come with a lot of bumps in the road, especially for women who may not have a desirable partner, or women who may have a male partner who is impotent, or maybe a same-sex couple who doesn't want to have sex with a male. They would prefer to just be inseminated. So what we found is that there's a shortage in Black sperm donors, and it's really becoming an issue for those who are looking to become pregnant with a Black baby, right? So if you look at this graphic here, it shows us the number of sperm donors by race and at the 4 leading U.S. sperm banks as of October 11th of this year. As you can see, white and Asian are by far the most people who are doing sperm donations. Next, we have Hispanic, then other, and usually in the other category is our Pacific Islanders, indigenous folks, whoever else they threw, Inuit, whoever else they threw into that other category. And then you look at, Native American, Middle Eastern, multiracial. But then when you look at Black, there's only 12, like the number 12, not like 12%, like the number 12, people Black men that donated sperm. So this shortage is a really big deal, and it's really shedding light on the growing seriousness of the situation. Black men account for fewer than 2% of sperm donors at cryobanks. And when they do have vials available, their vials are gone in minutes. So Black women detail a fierce competition on cryobank websites to get vials from Black donors. They say that they're gone so fast, it's almost like, I don't mean to like minimize this, but it's almost like how quickly Beyonce tickets can go. Like, it's very fast. So we definitely, so Coco said, I think that them being denied plays a heavy part as well for various reasons. So that may be something if they are turned away from the sperm bank for whatever reasons that might be happening. But this is something that has become somewhat of a crisis, especially when we're looking to continue again, having Black families, or for women who desire to have a Black father, sperm donor, and they're unable to. So we want to encourage our Black men to try to donate sperm, and you do get paid for it. And again, you would go to what is called a cryo bank. That is where they would make those deposits. So if you know of any Black men that would be willing to be in that number, please ask them to look into that and reach out so that we are able to help with this shortage of sperm donors for folks who actually want a Black sperm donor and need that. So wanted to uplift that.
All right. So next, if you know someone who is currently looking for a job and they don't have transportation, Lyft is willing to help you. Lyft has this new program helping you on your way to work. And it's a new program that will pick you up and take you to your job interview for free. And if you get hired, they will give you up to 3 weeks of free rides until you get paid. And I saw this on Twitter where someone literally said, there have been times in my life this would have been a game changer. If you need the help, it's there. That is, I have never heard of anything like that. I thought that was super dope. So again, if you know someone who is in the job market, if they don't have transportation, Lyft will help you get to your interview for free. How awesome is that?
That's phenomenal. That is a game changer, like on a whole nother level. That's what's up.
All right. But Lyft, go ahead. But no, you can go ahead. Because they've been in the news in a good way, but they've been in the news in the bad way.
That's what I was gonna say. But it's bad. But go ahead.
So there's just been we've been hearing about layoffs, a lot of tech layoffs recently, a lot of tech companies. So like Lyft, Uber, Slide, I think it was this. So a lot of tech companies essentially are laying off a lot of people. Who else? What are some other tech companies? Netflix, Uber.
So one of the biggest ones is Twitter.
That's the elephant in the room. Yeah.
And I don't know if you all have been paying attention to all the things that have been happening with Twitter, but we didn't want, where are our Twitter users? Let us know if you actually use Twitter in the comments, because it's some stuff going down over there. So you may have seen that Elon Musk finalized his acquisition of Twitter over the past week. And because of that, all types of things have been happening. So he fired the CEOs and some high-ranking officials. And then he also had to lay off, had in air quotes, said that he had to lay off copious amounts of people. Copious amounts of people, because he was losing $4 million a day, apparently, on salaries. So all of these people have been laid off, as well as there's been stuff. So I guess he's trying to figure out then how to earn money, right? So he has taken away the verification check, or his plan is to make people pay for the verification check. At first he said it was going to be like $20 a month. Then he was like, well, what about $8 a month? So he's going to be charging people for verification status, which again is that blue check that lets you know that that's that person's actual page. It's just a lot that's happening over there. And we've heard stuff like the racist rhetoric has increased over on Twitter by like 500%. The use of the N-word has increased over on Twitter. It's just a lot. It's just a lot that's going on. So to Sab's point about really thinking about how this is impacting the everyday person, and all of the layoffs that are happening, and all the people that are losing their jobs, and just so many things. Like the internet is a buzz. So here Elon Musk is single-handedly destroying the myth that the rich are smarter or more talented than the rest of us. We give rich people too much credit for being smart, when a lot of really wealthy people are greedy first. It's a lot that's going on over there. So what we wanted to do was to provide you all with some tips and insight if you find yourself in a position that you are being laid off. That's happened to me before, so I definitely understand what that looks like. But some of us may find ourselves in those positions. So we have some tips for those of you who may have found yourself in a position of being laid off.
Yeah, me as well. Also, I've been laid off as well. But real quick, we also mention that he's actually asking those people that he laid off to come back?
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
He's asking some of those people to come back because he's single-handedly they're being asked to come back to Twitter after the mass layoffs, which is crazy.
Interesting.
But some of the tips that few tips. Give yourself time. I mean, I wish this on no one. No one wishes this on anyone, but just give yourself time. As they say, one of the first things that someone should do after learning that they have been laid off is actually nothing. So allowing yourself some grace and some time to really just process what's happening. And I know oftentimes if that does happen, you immediately want to go to your computer or immediately go to the network or LinkedIn or something to start searching. Just give yourself some time. The next one is when you get laid off, if seeking legal counsel. And if you can't afford legal counsel, if they don't provide those resources to you, there are plenty of free clinics online that you can find that can offer you some legal advice through this transition. And the next one is negotiating your layoffs. I didn't even think of something like that. So it says once you've taken some time to read through the offer that HR provides you, you can actually counter your offer, negotiate the terms of your departure, just like you would negotiate the terms of your arrival. I didn't know that you could do that. But I just would like to circle back to one is just give yourself some time to really process what it is that you're going through. And don't make an immediate decision. Don't react. Don't react so quickly. And I know it's easy for us to want to just react to what's happening, but just give yourself some time.
Yeah, because it's a trauma. It's a trauma and you have to process it. I'll never forget the day I got the call and I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, oh, okay. What am I supposed to do with that, right? So you need some time to really think through what that looks like.
So continue to send all of our thoughts and to the people at Twitter, because their layoffs are being played out for the rest of the world to see. And it's really sad. He's like Whoopi Goldberg. A lot of celebrities are leaving Twitter because they don't want to have to deal with the onslaught of all of the racist rhetoric and the rules that, like, he's single-handedly tanking this platform.
Yeah,
I feel like. But I am on Twitter. Kimberland, are you on Twitter?
I have a Twitter account, but I never am on there. So I don't think I'm going to keep it. I'm not, there's a lot of buzz going around right now about people leaving Twitter or staying on Twitter. And some people are like, oh, we should stay on Twitter. And then other people are like, no, I'm leaving, right? I don't feel like this is our fight. Like, I feel like if they want to turn Twitter into 4chan and Truth Social and all the places where they feel like racism can run rampant, let them have it. Like, I just don't think it's our responsibility to stay in those spaces. So I don't know. And to Candace's point, he bought it to destroy it. It's very possible, but I also see that he's upholding and uplifting a lot of the dangerous rhetoric that is happening there. So yeah, it's nothing for me to delete it. So that's probably what's going to happen, because why are we fighting these people that don't even believe that we're humans? Like, I just, no. So make your own choices, about what y'all think about Twitter, but it's a lot going over there. And again, uplifting the folks who have found themselves in now a position of not having a job and not having income, because that is a horrible, horrible place to be in. So we definitely want to keep them uplifted.
You guys know my journey. I talked about it plenty on this show.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So next, before there was Little Kim, Nicki Minaj, and Megan Thee Stallion, there was Salt and Pepper. Cheryl Salt James, Sandra Pepper Denton, and Deidre DJ Spinderella Roper were made it to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So hip hop pioneers Salt and Pepper are the latest MCs to earn the distinction when they reunited to unveil their plaque in Los Angeles. They were honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The groundbreaking all-girl group will receive their 2,738th star on the November 4th ceremony. So congratulations to Salt and Pepper and Spinderella on this wonderful and long-awaited achievement. Like, they should have already had their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but dope. To
Tamika's point, super glad they included Spin. Yeah. What's your favorite Salt and Pepper song?
The one with Tupac in the video.
Which one is
Let's
that?
talk about
okay. Let's talk about sex. I think my favorite
that's the wrong song. That's the wrong song.
Which one?
What a Man. That's the one with Tupac.
What a Man.
What a man, what a man.
That's a good one. I think my favorite Salt and Pepper song is Shoop.
Shoot,
Shoop it.
oh, yes. Everybody knows that.
Oh, girl, look at him. And he's coming this way. Ooh, that's one of my favorites. So congratulations to Salt and Pepper. I am so glad that they finally have gotten their flowers. This has definitely been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Speaking of flowers, my sorority sister, Lena Horn, has become the first Black woman to have a Broadway theater named after her. You all may remember some months ago that we shared that James Earl Jones had a theater named after him. And now Lena Horne's name is back in lights.
Beautiful.
So Lena Horne, theater has been the theater on Broadway has been officially renamed in honor of the late actress and civil rights activist Lena Horne. Horne won multiple Tony and Grammy awards, and she was a trailblazing entertainer. She actually got her start in the Cotton Club in Harlem when she was just a teenager. So congratulations to Miss Lena Horne, who now has her name in lights for all to see and for all to honor.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So will the real Missy Misdemeanor Elliott please step forward? Because the legendary musician Missy Elliott is being honored by the famous Madame Tussauds Museum. The hip-hop icon Missy Elliott revealed her wax figure recently at the Madame Tussauds Las Vegas Museum. Which one is Missy on? Is she the one on the left or is she the one on the right? Is she the one with the hat or is she the one with the hair?
Or the one in black or the one in pink? Which one?
Because I had to really look at this one hard. I was like, wait a minute.
Facts. Me too. I was like, wait a minute. What is happening here?
So obviously it's the one in the black. That's the wax figure, but they did a spectacular job on this one. Like they had to have a black wax or her actual makeup artist come, and they perfect. I'm speechless because this is perfect. They need to assign every black wax person to do all black people for this one, all black wax figures for this one, because this one was really, really good. Really good. Eerily spot on.
It was good. They did. Like Candace say, they hooked her up. Okay. They gave her all the honor, all the things like that was dope. So shout out to Missy Elliott. We again had just covered her last episode because she got a street named after her. She got the key to the city. Like it was so awesome. So again, another person who really deserves their flowers right now, and she is getting those flowers, and they are very, very well deserved. Okay, so super shout out to her. All right, so let's jump ahead to our Black Lives Matter topic, because this time is flying by so fast, y'all. Like it is so crazy, all these things. Okay, so how many of you all went to HBCUs? First question. And then second question, if you went to an HBCU, how many of you had white professors at your HBCU? Take a moment to think about that. Did you go to an HBCU?
I did.
And if you did, how many professors did you have that were whites?
Damn, I can't even think. I can't think of any. That's a good question.
Really?
I seriously can't. Maybe I did.
Interesting. Okay.
I probably did. But why? So, why do you ask that?
Right. So interestingly enough, Renee said she went to Tennessee State University, TSU. I'm
Mhm.
a Fisk University graduate, so I was right up the street, right up Jefferson Street from you, Renee. There was a really big situation that just happened recently at TSU that caused quite a bit of controversy. To Renee's point, I also had a few white professors that were at Fisk University, and I had the same question. Why y'all here? Why are you here at a place that is supposed to be centered on black people and black excellence? Like, it was very, very confusing for me. So
Confound.
you are asking, why am I bringing this up? Well, there was a situation this past week where there was a white professor at Tennessee State University who got into a situation, if you will, with a student. So I'm going to play this for you all right quick, just so that you can let us know what you think about it in the comments. It's only 13 seconds. So here we go.
I'm like, I hadn't watched it.
I said, what is your name? Out of here, get out. You are failed this course, whatever your name is. Out, 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 out.
I'm going to play it again.
I said, what is your name? Out of here, get out. You are failed this course, whatever your name is. Out, 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 out.
So, watching that,
I've seen it.
what is your reaction, response, feelings? Like, what? Talk to me.
I wish it, we all say I wish it would. I wish it would get in my face like that. But then no buts. I'm sorry, but like I didn't watch it intentionally because I don't like to watch that stuff on the internet anymore. Or period. Like, I get it. Teachers are under a lot of pressure. I'm going to be the devil's advocate in that. And I understand.
Girl, I'm a teacher and I'm going to cut that short. No, ma'am. Ain't no pressure.
Yes,
ever going to make that okay.
Teachers are underpaid. And
I know that. But ain't no pressure going to make it okay for you to be screaming in somebody's face. Are you crazy?
Teachers are Kimberland, I stand by that. Kids can be.
Sab, I'm not discounting that you're saying that teachers are under pressure. I know that. I'm a teacher. What I am saying is there is no amount of pressure that is going to make it okay to scream in somebody's face. That is what I'm saying. Okay, go ahead, continue.
No, that's it. That's it. That's it. Because I feel like sometimes these kids really push you to the brink. They do. And I'm not excusing this video at all, but I'm saying kids can really push you. If you're a parent, it's equivalent to a parent, but I don't know how parents parent in different ways, but that was extreme. Maybe it's extreme because we see it happening in real time. But again, if you're in the classroom and you're seeing how disrespectful these kids can be, and they are, and I'm not excusing this, like sometimes you just go bonkers and crazy.
Nope.
I also want to know,
you need to lose your job when you do it.
History of doing that. Has he done
He
that
did.
before?
He did have a history of doing it. And he has now been fired. To a couple of the posts in the comments, this is people in college or adults. They're over 18. So these are not children. Secondly, as a veteran teacher, I don't give a good god doggone how much you feel a child has disrespected you, how much you feel, guess what? You are the adult in the situation. Get your behind up and walk up out the room and take a timeout. It is never going to be okay for you to traumatize a person, a child, a student in this manner. No, there is not ever a reason why this would be acceptable. And the reason that I brought it up, y'all, is because I have a personal story of a white professor that made me think that I was stupid. I went to Fisk University right up the street, and I had an organic professor. His name was Dr. Pratt. And Dr. Pratt would start off organic chemistry every year, and he would say, there are 30 of you all in here, and by the end of the year, there are only going to be 5. The first time I took that class, I withdrew feeling. The second time I took the class, I just failed outright. I remember going to his office and being like, I just need help. I don't understand. Like, what do I need to do? And that man said to me, if you can't pass my class, there is no way you're going to make it in medical school. So I don't know what you're going to do, but you might as well not even apply. And you know what I did? Didn't apply. And I thought I was stupid. I took organic for the third time with another professor and I got an A. Now you tell me who was the problem. Right? So my issue with this is, one, why are there white professors in HBCUs?
Because
they
white
have
professors,
not been.
no, because because white professors, yes, it's an HBCU, historically Black university, but that shouldn't like negate white teachers coming to teach Black students if they have the capacity to do it and if they have the cultural capacity to do it. And
that's what I was going to say. Why are there white professors at HBCUs if they have not had cultural competence training and they have not been evaluated to understand how to work with Black students? They shouldn't be there if they have not done that, right? And that's a lot of the consulting work that I do with school districts and with the educators. If you want to work with Black children, then you need to learn how to deal with Black children. You need to understand the trauma that comes with Blackness, period. If you cannot do that, this is not a space for you. And I'm really sick and tired of seeing white professors like this in Black spaces where this is supposed to be a space that is safe for our children, and they choose to traumatize our kids. Nope, I'm not for it. So I'm glad he got fired. Let me go ahead on and say his name. His name is Robert Evans Pickard.
I'm sorry, say it again. I'm sorry.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I was talking while you were saying that. I apologize. Say it again. What is his name?
His name is Robert Evans Pickard. And then, y'all, when he got fired, his statement that he made was like, well, you know, I went on and submitted my resignation to the university, but I was going to retire anyway. So bye. So there was no remorse. Like, nah, bro. Nah.
So you've seen this before, Kimberland? You mentioned
white professors screaming at children?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Whether it's screaming at children, whether it's telling a child that they're stupid and they won't ever get to medical school. Yes, this is a thing. This is why I'm talking about it, because it is a thing. So it was really one of the things, though, that I was proud of for the TSU students is that they did rally together and cause an uprising, and this man got fired.
Okay. And
he needed to. So anyway, so that burned my biscuits, if y'all can't tell, because that was not okay. And I don't care what happened in that classroom. That was not okay for that teacher to do that.
Yeah. All right. So next are we going to Tiffany? All right. So Tiffany Cross, MSNBC. If you watch MSNBC, as I do, so MSNBC has unexpectedly cut ties with its weekend personality, Tiffany Cross. She hosted a show called The Cross Connection on the cable news network. It was a good show. I liked the show. I enjoyed it. Very smart, very astute, very shrewd Black woman. So according to Variety, the network had decided not to renew Cross's contract after 2 years and parted ways with her immediately. Insiders speculate that Cross's relationship with MSNBC became frayed, with executives at the network growing concerns about the anchor's willingness to address statements made by cable news network hosts on other networks. So she recently appeared on the Charlamagne Tha God show called Hell of a Week, and she made some comments there that devil's advocate, that weren't crazy like this. She's a commentator, she's a personality, and it pisses me off because this is right before midterm elections. She was astute, shrewd, smart. She will get through this. We need to protect Black women. We'll talk about that a little later, but this pissed me off to no end because I was a staunch follower of Tiffany even before she was on MSNBC. And Joy Reid of Read Out on MSNBC was a champion of her actually getting this show. Bright sister, beautiful, bright, smart, astute, dope sister. And
the timing is impeccable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just continue to rally around Tiffany Cross. Please go to her Instagram, not her Twitter, her Instagram, and support her and just rally. What I loved seeing about her or her stories is all of her sisters are supporting her. She's getting the support that she needs.
Yeah,
she lands somewhere great and better. But like, this is just Some bullspit.
It's a sign of the times. Like this is, I hope you all are paying attention to the types of moves that are being made, the timing of the moves that are being made. This is all very intentional.
Yes.
This is not by coincidence or happenstance.
Yep.
This is stuff that is happening to silence certain people that have platforms that are able to amplify the truth. And they're looking for reasons to silence those people. So this is a loss, but as you said, Tiffany, she is going to land somewhere, and when she does, we'll find her and we will make sure we let you all know, because she is an extremely talented journalist and we need her voice. Like we really do need her voice in the space. So I can't imagine how shocking it was, right, to just wake up again and be like, you don't have a job effective immediately. Wow, right? And to Irma's point, I've been wondering that as well. She said she wondered if Joy Reid's show will be next. Pay attention. Let's just say that. Pay attention to people that are getting elevated right now and to people that are being silenced right now. It's a lot. It's a lot that's happening.
I like Tiffany a lot.
I do too. She's a very, very good journalist. She keeps it real. All right, y'all. So to our discussion topic, Sab just mentioned protect Black women. What's going on, Sab?
So the guy on the right,
on the left.
Look.
Drake.
On our left, it's our left, but they're right. The people who are watching.
His name is Drake, though.
His name, the guy.
His name is Drake.
He recently came out with a song where I believe it was Drake and 21 Savage. They released a song called Circle Local that seems to throw shots directly at Meg Thee Stallion and the incident that occurred between her and rapper Tory Lanez in July of 2020. Megan stated that she was shot in the foot by Lanez, who has been charged with felony assault. He's currently under house arrest. He shot her felony assault with a firearm and pleaded not guilty. The line in the new Drake song reads, "This be itch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion." And then Meg's reply on Twitter was, stop using my shooting for clout. And then shortly after his album was released, and she asked, why is it acceptable to joke about women being shot? It says ready to boycott about shoes and clothes, but okay, I don't know what that is. So the points that
that's a quote by Meg. She said that people are always ready to boycott about shoes and clothes, but they're dogpiling on a Black woman when she says that one of their homeboys abused her.
Oh, this is some bull. And Drake is getting a lot of flack for this. I don't know if it's just because I think Tory Lanez is from Toronto, and I believe
he is.
The other dude is from Toronto, but this is like why are y'all coming for Meg? It's like this woman is at the top of her game. She's doing well. She's minding her business. She's like still trying to get some semblance of justice for what happened to her. For her, I don't want to say alleged. Do we say allegedly, Kimberland, on here?
What, of her getting shot?
Yeah.
I mean, it's alleged because there hasn't been a conviction yet. Okay. But I've watched the different interviews. Meg had an interview most recently with Gayle King, where she actually outlined what happened, and they showed footage of her like hobbling out of the car, and they showed a picture of the injury to her foot. And a lot of the controversy was because she told the police that she had stepped on glass, as opposed to that Tory Lanez had shot her.
Protect the Black man.
She was trying to protect the Black man, right? So because of that, people have said that because she lied to the police, that she can't be trusted. Her wounds are very clear that something happened. So it's alleged just because he hasn't been convicted. But in my world, what she said happened.
I'm just so disgusted and appalled and disappointed. Like this stuff like this, because I don't know if I like Drake or not. I think I was like a passive Drake listener, but I never hardcore supported him. But stuff like this makes me say, okay, now I see why like everyone is on Charlotte, while they why they talk about Drake the way that they do, why Charlamagne really loathes this guy. And then, so the point that we're wanting to make here is just continue to support Black women. Like, go to their Instagrams and hug on them virtually. Go to Tiffany Cross's Instagram and hug on her virtually. Protect Black women. Let's continue to win, because Megan is winning. She has been winning. She was just recently on SNL. She did an amazing job. She was in the whole, she is winning.
Yeah. Yeah, we featured her last show, because she just came out with a new database called Bad Bitches Need Love. Bad Bitches Have Bad Days Too. That's what it was. And it's a mental health database where she is highlighting the fact that she has anxiety, which is also the latest title of her latest single, but also providing information to those of us that may be having mental health struggles. So one of the things I wanted to ask you all on this whole bad bitch situation, because Meg maintains that she is one. And there are a couple other artists that we know about who also wear that label proudly, such as Lizzo and Chloe. So what we are wondering is, do you subscribe to the bad bitch philosophy? How do you feel about being labeled or called a bad bitch? What exactly is bad bitch energy?
I didn't know what Chloe was. I didn't realize Chloe was in this conversation, but I don't like. I don't. If someone says I'm a bad bitch, I don't find it disrespectful, but I don't like it. I just think it's infantile. I just do think it's elementary. Like boss. I don't like the word I'm a boss bitch. Like, I don't.
So is it the boss for you, or is it the bitch part?
It's the boss. It's like, I don't know. I do know it. Why do I do that? I don't like being called a bitch. Not even in the bedroom. But it's just I'm over it. I'm 41, and even I don't know, maybe I need to get to that level where I'm just like, I'm a bad bitch. But if I'm with my girlfriends, there's different. I think we talked about
that. There are different uses. So that's what I'm asking. If you label yourself as a bad bitch, do you label yourself as a bad bitch? I won't label myself as a bad bitch, but you know, if I'm with my girlfriends and we call each other bitch, is that a different conversation that we're having? No, the word is still bitch. Do you do that?
Yes. If I'm with my girlfriends and I'm like, bitch, bitch, hey bitch. Ooh, maybe I don't want Facebook.
You won't say it a whole bunch of times. I know. I will just say ish. They're gonna be like, all right, now y'all done met your quota. Now cut it out.
Sorry, guys, but it's different. The meanings are different. But I'm not a big, I'm a bad ish. I'm bad. I'm bad. I don't know. I'm. So what's the question that we're asking? Because we have a couple questions here. Like, are you a bad-ish? We have a few questions. How do you feel about it? I am bad-ish in my mind, like I try to be in my everyday work.
What does that mean, though?
Like the things that I'm working on, I move in silence. So things that I'm working on, I'm trying to achieve a goal. I have a focus and an objective of things that I'm trying to achieve. So in my mind, I'm trying to be So yeah, maybe in my mind, but I don't say that out loud. And I certainly want someone to call me that. Next, how do I feel about it? Being labeled that? Not so much. Not for me at 41. And then what exactly is that ish energy? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's a woman that knows she is we use the word confident a lot. She's confident, she's focused, she knows what she wants. She's zero in on what it is that she's doing. She's not letting anyone deter her. She's not letting all of the comments fluster her. So maybe she's just a focused woman. She has a goal and she's laser focused and she's achieving her goals. Like Meg Thee Stallion, she's achieving her goals and she's exceeding her heights. So she is that bad-ish. And so is Lizzo. Lizzo is like freaking winning.
And so is Chloe. I know you don't like her. I know you don't like Chloe. But I
don't know much about her.
Thank you. But to the question, right? Me and my friends call each other itches all the time. And it is a term of endearment for us. It's like, girl, you out here stopping the show. Like, yes, and I see you, right? And something we do to hype each other up.
Yes.
And it's always been that. Like, my friends and I have been that way since high school. It ain't got nothing to do with age. I'm 41 as well. And yes, we do. Also, when it comes to what that energy is, I've actually been like asking myself this a lot lately because there have been some rough times that have happened. And I think sometimes we forget how amazing we are and how much power we have. Like, people be sleeping on us, right? It's like, listen, hold on. You must not know who you're talking to, okay? Because let me introduce you to me, right? And I think sometimes we need to be reintroduced to ourselves because we've forgotten who we are, right? So to Coco's definition, she said being independent while flourishing in your feminine energy, not being subjected to the norms of what a woman is supposed to be or act like. Candace said that it just have zero to give and are living their best lives unapologetically. It's an attitude, right? So not necessarily verbally using the term, but considering herself one and others. Like, I feel all of that. Like, being here in Mexico, I feel like I am a bad-ish and can't nobody tell me nothing different. Like, I am out here freely frolicking and thriving. And that's the energy that I'm on, right? So for me, that's that type of bad-ish energy.
I need to get that in me. I'm trying to I need to get that energy in me because I'm certain thing. Maybe I need to get that in me. Maybe I need that bad-ish energy from you guys. So I'm trying to take action on things. So maybe I need that bad-ish energy to take action on the things that I want to do. Things.
And whether you call it that or not, right? Some people, like, there's been a reclamation of words, right? And we're not going to get like into the N-word controversy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Call it what you want, but it's the energy that we're talking about, right? So the energy of having knowing what you want, going after what you want. And it could be, Kate, being a grown ASS woman, okay? Like, I'm out here doing whatever. In my world, that's a bad-ish. In your world, that might just be grown woman energy. Regardless, it's the same energy, right? So really, again, just reminding ourselves who we are, especially when we're thinking about stuff like we just talked about what happened with Meg, where the world does not want us to tap into that energy. The world wants us to shrink. The world wants us to be quiet. The world wants us to be concerned with how they give us permission to move and live and dress and all of that. And that's not for the world to do, right? So it is really, it's something to think about. And again, whatever you call that, but it's really something to think about is in the face of all the foolishness that the world is doing, how are you showing up? And are you showing up in that energy that's like, nah, y'all got me messed up. I am Kimberland. Okay. No.
You need your tribe of people. You need your support system. Sometimes you need that motivation around you to be that, to tell you that. Yeah. I think for me, I at least I feel like I need that. Yeah. Because I can sit here and say I can be in my own, but I need, because I can talk myself out of something real quick. So I need that tribe. Yeah.
To remind you, they're like, girl, you are Sabrina. What are you talking about? Right? Yeah. It's like none other. So having said that, talking about a tribe and thinking about a tribe and how important our tribes are to us, one of the real things that we often encounter are shifts in our tribe, shifts in our friendship. Friendship,
say more words,
breakups is a thing. Tell me in the comments if you have ever had to go through a friendship breakup. Have you?
I have. Yeah, I have. And I have, especially if I know it was me. Because if I know it was me, that was the cause of it, because I am still at an age at an age. But I think of someone who just kind of stopped talking to me because I was on a different wavelength. I was on a different energy, and it wasn't necessarily a good energy. But maybe, yeah, I've had friend breakups before, and I'm like, that's okay. And what comes to mind is something that I saw about seasons and just people being in your life for certain seasons, and because seasons change. And it made me think of when I saw it, I'm like, okay, well, with the seasons change, did you grow in that season? Did you change in that season? And yes, I grew because it allowed me to reflect on the why we unfriended each other. Not on social, but like why we didn't become friends. And I did change, but I changed for the better and not being that person's friend anymore, which is good, which is what I want, which is what we want, and we want to be able to grow. So yes, I have had friend breakups. I imagine you have, because this is a topic that you submitted. Or is this something you submitted because you've gone through this, or this is something that you submitted because
both? So I've gone through this, and I knew the community could relate to this, right? So we're in good company here in the comments of many folks saying that they have been through friendship breakups. So what I wanted to do is leave you all with some thoughts from this post that I ran across on Facebook. And when I posted it on my page, it resonated with so many women. I was like, we need to talk about this on the show. So basically it says, one of the greatest lessons that an adult woman needs to learn is meeting people where they are, and to stop writing friends off for being themselves. This whole, we aren't friends because she didn't check on me, or she didn't support me, or she never reaches out first narrative is lame. Women are out here struggling to just stay above water every second of every day, fighting their own demons. There are women out here going through divorces, abuse, major depression, financial trouble, family trouble, relationship trouble, health issues, work issues, death, and mental illness. And they're supposed to constantly check in on you to be your friend. My friendship doesn't have requirements. It doesn't have guidelines or quotas. As long as it's organic, unforced, and non-toxic, you will forever have my love and support. So my question to you all is, what are your requirements for friendship, and/or how did that land on you, what I just read?
That's interesting. I had a girlfriend reach out to me once, and I appreciated holding me accountable, holding each other accountable. She reached out to me once and was just like, I need you to just, I don't know. She said, I need you to just check on me. And okay, this is us learning to be friends. This is something that she needs for us to continue to build our friendship. And I'm like, okay, noted. I get it. Sometimes you just need that assurance, that person to check on you. But I hope that she wouldn't write me off or stop being my friend or get mad at me because I didn't check on you in 2 days in a row. Like the phone.
It happens. It happens, Sab. And y'all comment in the comments if that has happened to you before. But it happens. Like, there are people out here requiring their friends to check in with them on a daily basis, or when that friend is going through something.
But he or she may not reciprocate. That would piss me off. It's like, now you're taking.
Yes, but my question would be, what is that friend going through? Are they even capable of reaching out to you at that time? So to your point about seasons, right? There are seasons in friendships where one or the other person is going through something, right? So I'll give you an example. And I put this on my post. So I had a best friend that we have been friends for years, over a decade. And when I was going through the trauma that I was going through in Pennsylvania, I was very clear with my friend of what was happening, but I was trying to make it from day to day. Like, it was, I can't even say day to day, hour to hour. My friend knew that I was going through something traumatic. I had shared with my friend that I was going through something traumatic. And then after all of that, I decided to move to Mexico. My friend decided that because of proximity, And because we were not in the same place anymore, so I used to live in Florida. My friend was in Florida. Like now I moved to Pennsylvania. The verbiage that was given to me was, well, ever since you moved, things have changed. Yeah, because I was going through some trauma. Like I was going through the most traumatic time of my life. But then that was reduced to, well, I know you was going through something. No, no, no. It wasn't just something. It was the most traumatic situation of like my entire life, right? So when I reached out to that friend and I was like, hey, it feels like things are a little different. Like, what's going on? Did I do something to upset you? Because I value this friendship, right?
Yeah.
And my friend hit me with that, filled in a whole bunch of lies. You know what I said? I see. I'll refrain from explaining. I wish you well. Because for a friend, a best friend, to not be able to grant me the grace during a time that I am going through something so terribly difficult, and for that friend to then say in the midst of that, their requirement was for me to check in with them, even though they weren't checking on me, our season has ended.
Yeah.
And that is hurt like hell.
I know it did.
I really had to grieve that loss because it was big.
Yeah, you grew from it. You grew.
I definitely did.
You came out well. You've met other friends since then. You're continuing to meet other friends, and it's okay. The sting will still be there. It may not entirely go away just because of the time that you guys cultivated that friendship. So it's still gonna hurt a tinge, but that's okay. And I'm just really glad that you were able to smile and move, essentially.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, how other ladies in the community have felt that, because it sounds like it's really resonating with other women in the group. As I'm looking at these comments here.
Are there any comments that stand out to you?
Let me see. Not having requirements, Tianda. Yes. I'm a pretty easygoing person. I don't have requirements. Maybe it's because I'm still learning how to be a friend sometimes with some people. Actually, that's what I'm doing now. Full disclosure, I'm on a friend app. It's called Bumble. I met two amazing, dope women off there.
Awesome.
We're going to go see Black Panther on Friday. Amazing, amazing women. And one of them is the one that I just mentioned, who was like, hey, I really need you. But I'm learning them. We're learning how to be friends with each other. But I don't have requirements. Maybe I need to write them down and figure it out, but I'm pretty easygoing. But I do want to know that our friendship is reciprocal. Like, just because I text you to see how you're doing, I'm not always expecting it back, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
To know
and
that.
I think it's,
go ahead. No, I was just saying it would be nice to know that, like, the friendship, you're valuing it, you're wanting to build that rapport with me, and it's not just one-sided. No one wants a one-sided friendship.
That. And I was going to highlight Coco's point because she talked about, she said she verbalized that she has anxiety and depression and understand that people need space. That doesn't mean they don't care for you because they stay to themselves. Like, that's one of the things with me. Like, I've had a few friends in the past be like, girl, look, when you are going through stuff, like, where are you? Are you alive? Like, what is happening? I'm concerned. And not necessarily a recluse, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my own brain before I dump it on somebody else. I'm not the type of person to just dump my stuff on other people. So I'm very intentional about making sure that I'm figuring out what's going on before I go to someone else. So I've had some of my very good friends and line sisters say to me, I just want to know that you're okay. And I said, I can do that. I can let you know that I'm okay. What I might not have capacity for, though, is having a whole conversation, rehashing everything, especially for that time when I was in Pennsylvania and it was so traumatic. I don't want to recount this conversation 5 times to 5 different people. I'm not doing that. And that shouldn't have to be a requirement for me to be your friend, right? So I think there's a level of grace. And as many of you have said in the comments, and you said as well, Sab, is making sure that it's reciprocal and making sure that you are not projecting onto the other person what you think is happening without understanding what is happening, right? So rooting things in fact and making sure that you are supporting your friend if they are going through something. But then also, once you decide that this friendship, this season has ended, allowing that to end and still appreciating what it has been.
Yes.
So even for this friend that I was extremely hurt by her comments and the way that she decided to comport herself with me, she was a best friend through some other really tough times, right? So I appreciate all of those times. And I just realized that once I left that proximity, that now our friendship has changed and the friendship wasn't necessarily strong enough to maintain through distance. Cool. Thank God for bringing other people into the space who are able to give additional grace or are able to have friendships even through distance. So we wanted to bring this up because, to Candace's point, making friends as an adult is hard. Keeping friends as an adult is hard. Losing friends as an adult is hard. It's all hard, right? And sometimes we feel like we're the only ones that are going through situations.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, everybody talks about romantic breakups and all of that, but we don't really be talking about these friendship breakups, and them bugs hurt. They hurt because that's not a breakup that you necessarily anticipated. You thought this was going to be your friend. And when you come to the conclusion that that has now ended, there's some grief that has to happen with that. So I go back even to your tip that you gave, Sab, when you were talking about layoffs. Give yourself time. Give yourself time to really be able to process what's going on, to grieve that loss, and really get to a place where you can appreciate what the friendship did give, but also know that the ending of one friendship is making space for the beginning of a new friendship.
I love that.
And that's why Beautiful Brown Girls exists, right? We exist in this space for you to be able to find people that have like minds, like hearts, like spirits, so you can develop friendships as an adult, because it ain't easy, right? We're gone are the days where you walk up to somebody on the playground and you're like, will you be my friend? It don't quite work like that.
No, it
as an
doesn't.
adult. So hopefully this will ease a little bit of the angst some of you all may have been feeling as you've been processing some of those friendship breakups, because they are real. And we want you to know that we see you, we stand with you, and we're here to support you all as you are trying to work through that.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Maybe we rehash. I know we're running out of time, but maybe we like kind of dive into this a little bit more the next episode.
Sure, we sure could. I'm here for it. Y'all let us know in the comments if that's something that you would find beneficial, further conversation about these friendship breakups, and we will do what you all think is best.
Yep. All right. So our beautiful brown girl spotlights, you may have seen her before, and I'm going to tell you why you've seen her before. But her name is Star Jones. 21-year-old Star Jones is the first U.S. Black figure skater to win an ISU Grand Prix medal.
You said what? Star Jones, Star Andrews.
Oh, did I just say Star Jones? Star Andrews. Did I just say? Yeah, I did. Y'all.
It's okay.
And I'm tired, and it was a long Monday.
It's okay. We got you.
I wish I could blame it on the wine, but I can't because my head hurts, so I can't.
No worries.
So yes, Star Andrews became the first. I cannot believe I said that. She is the first Star Andrews became the first Black U.S. figure skater in history to win an ISU Grand Prix medal at the Skate Canada International. And what that is, it's a series of senior international figure skating competitions organized by the International Skating Union. So since SCI's first competition series in 1995, a Black skater has never won a medal. And that changed on October 29th when Star Andrews she was in Ontario. I don't know how to pronounce this.
That's okay.
Mississauga, Ontario.
It's okay. Don't even butcher it.
After the 21-year-old's electrifying performance placed her second overall, winning her a silver medal. Star spelled with 2 R's, mentioned that this was a lifelong dream come true for Andrews, who has been skating since she was a toddler. Filled with joy, she expressed her gratitude for the monumental moment in her Instagram post. Star Andrews, I mentioned earlier, we may have seen her before, and we have if you were on like YouTube and into viral videos. She was the little girl that went viral, I don't know, a couple years ago, but when she was 9. When she was 9, and it was this YouTube video of her dancing or skating to Zoe, what is her name?
So Willow. That's Willow Smith.
Yeah. Willow Smith's With My Hair song. And I remember that. Like, if you look at the pictures, I remember that little girl. I was like, her name sounds so familiar. Star Andrews, that name sounds so familiar. And I was like, that's who she is. She's a little girl that went viral for her skating performance to Willow's With My Hair performance. And so, yes, congratulations, Star Andrews, on that amazing accomplishment. I knew you were going to do big things back then. Yeah. You know how all people be like, oh, I knew her, but I didn't know you. But I knew that she was going to do great things when she went viral at 9 years old for skating. Like, super, super dope. So congratulations.
Yes.
We're really proud of you. And I look forward to seeing you at the US Olympics and amazing things.
I love me a black figure skater, girl. I used to think I was going to be a figure skater until I realized I couldn't ice skate. But yes, this is awesome. Congratulations to Star. Absolutely. Yay.
Oh, so you remember her too.
Huh?
Lakia said this young lady made my heart smile. So I'm assuming
yes.
Too. I just remember this performance.
That is so dope. So we know we had quite a few of y'all that were here with us for the very first time. So we want to make sure that you know how to find us, to connect with us, all the things. Okay. So first off, you need to go to beautifulbrowngirls.com. That is where you are going to be able to see all of the things that we have going on. You'll be able to see if you have a brunch club in your brunch chapter in your city. And again, get more information about Beautiful Brown Girls and what we stand for. Also, make sure you go to our Facebook page, Beautiful Brown Girls, and our Facebook group, Beautifully Shaded. We're also at Beautifully Shaded on Instagram and on Twitter at Beautiful Brown U. We want to remind you once more to join us in our members network. Again, y'all, the $25 Brownversation special ends at midnight. Okay, ends at midnight. So I am going to put that link, hold on, back up here, or that image back up here for you so that you are able to get the bit.ly link and you're able to take a screenshot. Once this offer ends, y'all, that is a wrap-ola, okay? So tonight
just for
at
the
midnight,
discount, just for the
discount. Yes, I'm talking about the discount. So ends at midnight tonight. The $25 annual membership fee is ending tonight. So using the code bit.ly/BBG TV guest. That is going to lock you into that $25 annual membership price. If you miss it, you can still join us. It'll just be $49.99. Okay. So we are trying to make sure that you get your Brownversations discount by watching the show. Okay. So this is something special just for you all. People that didn't watch Brownversations don't get this. All right. So this is your special code for you to be able to take advantage of that. All right. So having said all of that, we want to make sure that you all know where to find us as well. So Sab, tell the people where they can find you and what you have going on.
You can find me at sabjackson.com. All of my LinkedIn, my most recent podcast episode is up. I'm still moving. When I tell you guys, I'm just moving in silence. I'm just trying to figure ish out. And I play that all out on my podcast. And I appreciate the people who have been tuning in. I don't know if you have necessarily been tuning in, but I definitely look at the downloads and listens and see where people are coming from and the demographic and all that stuff. So I'm glad that what I'm saying is resonating with some people, but you can connect with me at sabjackson.com. We'll love the opportunity to connect with you on LinkedIn as well. Maybe not Twitter so much. I think I need to take Twitter off my
facts. We all might be taking our Twitter off of things.
Like, you can connect with me there. Would love the opportunity to connect with you there. What about you, Kimberland?
Awesome. So I forgot to mention, this is one of the places that you can connect with me is Brown Girl Boss. Our next show is coming up next Wednesday, and it is with Latoya Shambo. She is the CEO and founder of Black Girl Digital. Let me tell y'all, I met with her just to kind of like, you know, we always meet with my guests before the show to talk a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
This woman got me together. I was like, girl, if you don't get on my business, girl. Like, she was so good at just cutting to, she was like, Kimberland, are you a writer? Yeah, because the way that you frame things, you need to be writing. Like, you know, like, I was like, girl, mind your business. Mind your business. But anyway, so I anticipate this is going to be an extremely powerful show. Definitely want to make sure that you all tune in. Again, that's going to be on Wednesday, November 16th, and I will be interviewing Latoya on the show. Other than that, you can find me at KimberlandJackson.com and or mindingmybblackassbusiness.com. I am about to start my YouTube page, which is going to be Minding My Black Ass Business. So if you go ahead and go over to my Instagram at Minding My Black Ass Business, then you will be able to see all of my frolicking adventures. You'll be able to see all of the stuff that I'm doing here in Mexico and just really get an idea of what my life is like as I unpack some of these things and also roll out some life-changing things that I'm really looking forward to for the new year. So the way for you to get again on the short list for that is again either go to KimberlandJackson.com or to my Insta at Minding My Black Ass Business so that you will know when everything starts to pop off. All right. So y'all, this was our second to last episode. We did not lead with that for the year, right? Our next show is going to be on November 21st, Sab's birthday. And we are going, that's going to be our last show for the year, right? So we're going to end the year with a bang. We usually do like our gift giving guide and all that kind of stuff. So you definitely want to make sure that you tune into that. Also, y'all, make sure y'all share this broadcast, okay? Like the Brownversation does not end here. It continues as we leave. I definitely want to go back and read the comments and really engage in some of the conversation that we weren't able to while we were on the show, but it doesn't end here. So continue sharing the broadcast, continue tagging your friends, continue making comments. All of that is going to help people really learn about what we're doing here at Brownversations. Okay. So it has been amazing. As always, we love you all to pieces, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye, y'all.